But as we see over here in Ezekiel, that's not what they did. That is definitely not what they did. It says, "Thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. Is this of thy whoredoms a small matter?" So we see in this whorish wife this mindset of doing whatever she want to do. Do as thou wilt. So we see that whole doctrine is how contrary it is to the Most High. That thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them. And in all thine abominations and thy whoredoms, thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth. Hold on, you didn't remember the days of your youth. What did he say here? What did he say? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou do what? Forget. Forget the things that thou have seen. So somebody wasn't diligent. Somebody wasn't mindful. They weren't reverent, right? And in all thine abominations, thine whoredoms, thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth, when thou wast naked and bare, and was polluted in thy blood. And it came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe, woe, woe unto thee, saith the mighty master, that thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place, and hast made thee a high place in every street. Thou hast built thy high place at every head of the way, and hast made thy beauty to be abhorred, and hast opened thy feet to every one that passed by, and multiplied thy whoredom. This is what they say, like, America has done. You know, that they were so braggadocious that when they was quiet, the people looked on their splendor and marveled at it and thought it was beautiful. But the more cocky America got, the more they start to say, you know, we the greatest country in the world, and we this and we that, and we, you know, they said, now the people look at you like, you don't like this nigga. Like, we gonna do something to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to Jerusalem. And just like America, you didn't let so many people come in. You let all these nations that you offending, you let them come in your nation and hang out. You can give them grants. You can give them stores. They sending money back home. You let them buy guns in your nation. They over here buying bombs and doing all this kind of stuff. And you not correlating the fact you done made these people mad at you. That's what Jerusalem did too. They let all these other doctrines, all these other nations come in. You know, they over here hanging out with the Greeks. They hanging out with the Romans. And they, you know, they was hanging out with the Assyrians and hanging out and just, hanging outside when they supposed to have been at home. Doing too much talking when they were supposed to have been quiet. And they set themselves up, you know. I had a partner tell me a long time ago. He was going around some of his other friends. He said, man, look, me and you, we be playing, we be joking. He said, don't play and joke with me when we get over here. Like, that playing joking stuff, they not gonna see this. Because when they play and joke the wrong way, I'm gonna have to do something to them. Me and you can't be playing and joking. They're going to think it's okay to play and joke with me. We ain't there for them to be playing and joking like we play and joke. I said, damn, that's real. That's real. And we weren't supposed to be like that with them other nations out there playing and joking. It was never meant for us to be that way. They were supposed to see us in a certain way and had a certain level of respect not to play with us. But because we got round and played and joked and kikied and ha-ha, they say, you know, we can get old boy, we can get old girl, she's sweet. That's why women ain't supposed to be all up in other men's faces and all that. Because men gonna say, you know, shawty, hey, she a goat. That's what they say. She a goat. Why you think she a goat? Oh, I made a grin. You make a grin, you in. And all this old stuff, you know. And even if it ain't true, you didn't left room for a person to attempt. Like they said, try me. Oh, you tried me. You made room for them people to try you. See, if you had kept your mouth shut, they'd have been like, oh man, old girl ain't going. She ain't skinning and grinning. She's serious. See, you made yourself wide open. And that's what, instead of being the righteous wife, the righteous woman, the virtuous woman, being one that keeps in, that holds in to the instructions of being modest, of being quiet, of not kiki and ha-ha with the enemy, right? She was the whorish woman, the one that kiki and ha-ha, the one that's in all the places she ain't supposed to be, doing all the things she ain't got no business. All in the inbox, all in the chat rooms, all at the bar, all in the places under every green tree. Instead of being quiet, you talking. Instead of being modest, you out here naked and bare. You out here showing off your breasts and your legs and your belly and all this. All these negative characteristics. And you made yourself susceptible to being tried. And that's what happened. They tried you. And they took you somewhere and they raped you. Right? Now, as cold as that is, that's what spiritually, that's what these people did. They raped Zion brutally. Gang rape, as a matter of fact, because it turned into a chain of events from Assyria to the Chaldeans, Babylonians or whatever, to the Persian Medes, to the Greeks, even unto the Romans, even unto this day. We've been gang raping them. Here, you take her, you take her, you take her, you take her. Because after a certain point, the fight in her is gone. She ain't fighting no more. She might have fought the first one. She did. She resisted the Assyrians. She resisted the Babylonians at first. Most High told her, don't even resist. He said, go.